For being with us on this election day. I'm Jennifer Bellamy.
And I'm Faith Jesse. Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger is set to give an update on the status of the election in Georgia. Let's listen in.
Early evening, but good afternoon. I guess we need to turn up the AC a little bit, don't we? A lot of press here. I'll give you a little bit of an update, but first, we have a special honor today, and I just want to let you know what they've been doing. But Senator Chambliss and Mayor Shirley Franklin are here today. We just gave them a brief tour, quick tour, but kind of explain what we're doing so they have an overview. But they were joined this past fall with Governor Deal and Governor Barnes, forming a bipartisan group of folks, just kind of looking at the election process, and so they could be responding to the public. So if there's any concerns, we wanted to just have folks that really cared about Georgia and really wanted to make sure that the truth was out there. And so without bias and bipartisanship, we think in elections so many times when you have at the top bipartisanship, that's a good thing. So we gave them a quick tour, but I thought I'd just open it up. And Senator, if you want to say a few words, and I'll step aside and
Well, thank you, Brad. And Shirley and I, along with Governor Barnes and Governor Deal, are part of what's called the Democracy Defense Project. All the 7 swing states have a replicated situation with bipartisan folks like us who have been in touch with Brad from time to time to see what's going on. We talk to other folks relative to the situation regarding the process of the election. Our purpose is try to make sure that every voter in the state of Georgia has a thorough understanding that our election process is safe, it's secure, and your vote is going to count. And we have been involved with this now since, I guess May. We have done a lot of op-eds, we've done a lot of press releases, we've done a lot of talk shows and whatnot together and individually. And I will have to say that this kind of culminates the work that we've done. And the tour that Shirley and I just had is it's pretty impressive. These folks are on top of what's going on in every county. And you know, we've got 159 counties in our state. Within those 159 counties, we've got in excess of 3,000 precincts. There's a lot of things that could happen that will impact the election. But what we've seen today is that these folks here under Brad Raffensperger's tutelage and leadership, they're on top of any issue that has come up. And thank goodness it's been minimal today. But we're pretty excited to see that here we are 2 hours out from the polls closing. These guys are prepared now to get the count up quickly. They have a war room back here that is manned by, I don't know, it must have been 50 or 75 folks back there working their rear ends off to make sure that everything was done that was supposed to be done and in the right way. Mayor?
Well, thank you. I joined the group because it's fundamental that people trust elections and election process. And I believe that we have the checks and balances in the process in Georgia. We've had an investment in technology. We have bipartisan support for the election processes. And this is to encourage everyone to vote, because the democracy and the success of the democracy depends on everyone believing that their vote will count and their vote counting. So I was glad to accept the invitation from the Secretary of State to join Senator Chambliss to come and see for myself. I've been in a war room or two before, and associated with natural disasters when I was mayor. This one is fully built out with people representing the various agencies, state and federal and local agencies, and it is working. And the turnout in Georgia, which I'm sure the Secretary is going to mention, is a demonstration that the vast majority of people in Georgia trust the process and trust that their vote will count because they've shown up to vote. They've voted in record numbers from all areas in the state, even those places where we've had problems because of the hurricane. So congratulations.
Thank you.
And congratulations to your team.
Thank you. I didn't know if you, well, we have the good senator and mayor here if you want to have any questions, but, please. Patricia?
Senator Patricia Murphy with the AJC. Former President Donald Trump has said on the trail many times, including in Georgia, that there's cheating going on in every state in this election. Can you assure voters that you don't see that? Are you confident in these election results that we'll see tonight?
Well, the only thing I'd like to say about that is there have been allegations coming from both parties over the last.
And you have been listening into an update from Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger. He is joined today by former Congressman Saxby Chambliss and former Mayor of Atlanta Shirley Franklin, talking about bipartisan efforts to kind of check out what's going on within the Secretary of State's office and talking about the faith they have in everything going on today for Election Day.
That's right. They're part of the Democracy Defense Project. It is a bipartisan project that is not just here in Georgia, but all across the country, really honing in on protecting our free and fair elections. That is what the Secretary of State said that we will have this year. And then after a little bit of chaos that we saw in 2020, they're hoping that this election will go by smoothly. So that is what they were assuring voters today. You can see this full news conference on our 11 Alive Plus app. You can download it to your streaming devices by searching 11 Alive.